What's up, YouTube? I want to talk to you guys about my new EDC knife. Spyderco Cara Cara 2. Yeah. Or the Byrd, B-Y-R-D, Byrd. I'm not a terribly big fan of Spyderco, honestly. But I bought this knife to replace, or at least to spell, bugs everywhere today, my normal EDC knife. This is the Spyderco. My usual EDC is this, the Ontario Rat 3. Used, abused, well loved. Rocking a tech lock held together with duct tape. How's that for a hard use knife? But as I transition more into an executive role at Prosperity.com, at Prosperity, you know, it's hard to meet with high net worth individuals when you got this giant thing hanging off of your belt, right? It's hard to look good and have a fixed blade knife on you. So the reason I grabbed this Cara Cara 2 up was because it sits in the pocket so well, and it's just a great knife. It's far better, truthfully, than I thought I was going to be getting. Now, Spyderco makes great knives. I've just never really been a fan, A, of the blade shape, or B, of the handle shape. We'll come to that in a minute. Now, this knife is a Chinese-produced Spyderco. I got it for $30 at adventurefrontier.com. Now, I'm not paid to tell you that. I make nothing from telling you that. I have no affiliate links. I just like the guy that runs Adventure Frontier a lot. He gave me this cup a while ago, first time we met, and I like it. See, if this was paid advertising, when I drank that, that sticker would have been facing you. But it's not. I just like him. And he has a good website, and there's a lot of things on that website that have a great price that you're gonna buy anyway. So, as we talked about in a recent Patreon video, conspire to bless. We should conspire to bless people, especially people we like and who are doing good things. So, if you're gonna throw your money around, throw it at people who will be good stewards of it, can actually use it, and will, you know, feed their children with it and take care of business with it, not just some giant faceless corporation. You know, it doesn't do us well to complain about Google and Amazon so that we can hop on Google and look for, you know, search for what Amazon vendor to buy things from. So anyway, adventurefrontier.com. My brother Travis at Adventure Frontier. What's up, brother? Thank you. 30 bucks. Well spent. So it has a 4-position pocket clip. You can see it's held on with little tiny torque screws. And it can go here. It can go here. It can go here. And it can go here. So literally any configuration you want this knife to ride in your pocket, it can. It comes riding in a tip-up configuration, which I like because as it comes out of pocket, you can slide your thumb over onto your zip tie and flip it open. The retention is excellent. The lockup is really good. No wiggle whatsoever. I'm used to, on a folding knife, a liner lock. There's nothing here. So the lock is in the back. I'm not crazy about that because I don't like having to depress this and then push this against something and have this potentially close over my fingers. So that becomes a two-handed closing operation. Less than ideal for me. But $30. This is a Chinese-produced knife, but it is 8CR13 MOV steel, and we'll get to sharpness here in a minute. Undercut choil here. There's a little bit of jimping on the choil. It's, truthfully, it's more for show than anything, but it's there. This faux jimping in the back of the plastic scales does nothing. It's just there. That's cool. And the jimping on the back of the blade is semi-functional. If you have bear-sized hands, it works. You can choke up on the blade for detail work, but let's be honest, most of the time, what are you gonna do with this? Open packages, spread peanut butter, stab it into the hearts of your enemies, or whatever, you know. This is a utility knife. That's basically what it is. And truthfully, it's the reason I carry this as well, okay? Because all the stuff that's really gonna jack my knife up, I use this Milwaukee for, and I love this Milwaukee. Maybe I'll even do a review on this. This is a great razor knife. It's $15, but for a utility knife, a box cutter, it's the best $15 I've ever spent on a box cutter. It's heavy, it's stout, it's large, but it sits in your hand like a knife, and it's hard to find a box cutter you can do that with and close it one hand. It's got a little button right there. Pop the button, flick the wrist, you're done with it. Pop the button, flick the wrist. Love it. So, but this sucker here, okay, for 30 bucks for having a knife on you, if you had to flex into a defensive role with this, you know, could you? Yeah. What about this? Inverted? Yeah, you could. Plastic scales, there's the faintest little hint of a skeletonized liner in there, and I mean like you'd need a micrometer, little tiny, I don't even think you can see in there, okay? Plastic scales, torque screw construction, no hot spots on the handle, but understand this is a Chinese knife, not produced in Golden, Colorado like most of the rest of Spyderco's line. That's great, T. Cool story. Does it cut? What's that guy's name? Doug Marcaida. That guy is an animal. Filipino martial arts. He's a beast. Does it cut? 3x5 index card. Factory edge. Factory edge. Yeah, it cuts. It's sickening how sharp this comes out of box. For $30, I've never bought a folding knife for $30 that came that sharp, ever. So I'm blown away by the edge. I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm running out of card. Yeah, it cuts. 30 bucks. AdventureFrontier.com. The Spyderco Byrd, also known as the Cara Cara 2. C-A-R-A, C-A-R-A, the number 2. Spyderco Byrd. B-Y-R-D. Focus. You can do it. You can do it, phone. 8CR13 MOV steel. Yes, produced in China. Is it worth 30 bucks? Oh, absolutely, it's worth $30. Why do I have this versus this? Which one do you think hides in the waistband better? Which one do you think is presents in a more executive role as, that guy's not weird? Well, I mean, I'm weird, but much easier to have a conversation with somebody when they're not looking at the knife hanging off of your belt. And it carries deep. It really does carry deep. You have this much of the knife sticks up out of your pocket. So that's a good job. It carries very deep. It's lightweight. I don't know what the weight on it is, but it's got to be like in the 3-ish ounce range. Versus the RTAC 2. This is not the RTAC 2, I'm sorry. The Rat 3. See that? Rat 3. Ontario Knife Company. This is a great knife, just not for walking around the office with. So the Spyderco Byrd Cara Cara 2 Adventure Frontier. I highly recommend you go check it out.